So we're into 2025 and your Fire TV devices, your Fire Sticks are going through update this, update that, more updates, features being added, features being removed, loads of things missing, loads of things added. And what happens here is lots of settings change, lots of settings get turned back on again, and there's many settings which you need to adjust to make sure your Fire TV stick and Fire Stick are running well and the best they can do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all of these fairly as simply as I can. Majority are for helping it run better, and there'll be a few just for preference as well, and a couple of apps you can install. First things, hit that follow button, do hit that subscribe, and check out any of my other socials underneath. So, at some point, we'll do these near the end, you're going to need to install this app called Background Apps and Process List, and I would recommend installing this app called IPVanish. Right, now we're going to go over to our settings. Once in here, go down to Preferences. In Preferences, this is where all your key settings are, but these get turned on quite regularly, so it's worth doing this check like once every couple of months maybe, just to check they haven't been turned on. So featured content, this is one which is good for just making your system run a little bit better, so it's not playing that massive advert on the home screen, okay? You've got the big advert on the home screen. Let me turn mine on. So on your home screen, when your screen loads up and it goes to a big full screen ad, or if you accidentally select up and you get this ad up here and it's a big advert and it plays a video and it can be really loud, if you turn the featured content off, then all you get is a let me just go back to where we were. All you then get is a big picture, not the loud content, the video, which you don't need, and it will be obviously using your resources to play it and then to stop it. So you turn those off. Notification settings, you want do not interrupt to on, so it doesn't interrupt you when you're doing something. And obviously you can go through and turn off the app notifications for the ones you want off, okay? Individually as well. Again, that's more of a preference one. Now we're into some of the more important ones. Data usage monitoring. This is useful if you have maybe an internet plan where you only get so much data, or if you're tethering off your mobile hotspot, something like that. But if you're not and you're on unlimited internet, your data usage monitoring can be turned off. Okay, so you're not monitoring the data consumption on your Fire TV stick or whichever Fire TV device you're using. Privacy settings, of course, is important. There's quite a few in here. Starting at the top, if you have it, some don't have this yet, but cookie consent. You want this turned off because it's select your cookie preferences. We use cookies, device identifiers, and similar tools to provide and improve your experience on Fire TV. If you accept, we will also use cookies to enhance your advertising, and all that. Also allows 103 third parties to display and measure personalized ads, generate audience insights, and develop and improve products. So they're giving your information to 103 third parties. Okay, and I'm sure that number keeps getting higher. We decline that one. Device usage data. Personal data collected by the operating system for marketing, off. Collect app usage data. Allow Amazon to collect the information relating to the frequency and duration of your use of third-party apps, off. And interest-based ads, if the others are off, it's probably not going to be that interest-based anyway, but I like to turn that one off. Perfect. Those are the main settings in here, but there is a couple of settings that some of you will have under applications. So under applications, you have one called automatic offload. This is the one which offloads your applications. So if you're not using something, or if the Fire Stick thinks you're not using it, it will offload it and all you have to do is reinstall it again. The problem is it only really seems to do it to sort of third-party apps, or if you turn off their monitoring so they're not monitoring or tracking you, it's just going to guess which apps you're using. It never removes the apps you're not using of its own, so it wouldn't remove Amazon Store or Amazon Photos if you're not using them. They still stay there, so you want to turn that one off. Perfect. Right. What I would then recommend is obviously you get your IPVanish installed. IPVanish, you will go to your magnifying glass, search for IPVanish, type it in there, IPVanish, and if you need an account for this, I'll link it directly underneath. It'll be the top link in the description, lost my words there, or in the pinned comment if you're on YouTube, and in other platforms it'll be in the bio. Okay, my link will be in the bio. Get that installed and get that turned on, so that'll keep you private. More videos on the channel regarding that. And this app is very good as well, called Background Apps and Processes. And what it will show you is the ones running in the background, and you need to close them down if you're not using them because they'll be using resources. And this isn't as simple as just going to your applications and going through them all to force stop. This is just the ones which are running in the background. So you can then click on close all apps and go through and shut the ones you don't want. And then push back button. So you push force stop, back. I leave my VPN running. Then force stop, back. Force stop, back. Force stop, back. And there you go. That will speed up your device as well. So that one is in your magnifying glass, and that one is called Background Apps and Processes list. So you click that one, get it installed, and that's one you can almost run every time you turn on your Firestick. Because once you've opened a couple of apps, or once the Firestick reboots from sleep mode, apps seem to run in the background. And when you haven't got a lot of RAM on the device, you don't need a lot of RAM because you're only streaming, but if there's apps running in the background, that means your device is trying to do multiple things, and you're going to need a little bit more than that. Okay, there's one more I like to turn off. In your settings, if you go to display and audio, go to audio. This is what, and I tell everybody this one, the navigation sounds. Does my head in. That's that really annoying, let me see if I can turn mine on for you. Turn that on. That's that really annoying click. You should be able to hear it click. I hate it. It does my head in. So I turn mine off on there as well. Obviously it was off on my screen, but I have to turn it on and off on the recording as well. So that's off as well. And that will make your device run very clear. Once you've done all that, maybe we've just put in the plug, given it a quick reboot, checking your device is up to date as well. And then we can go over, and for anybody who did need an account for that IP Vanish like we mentioned in the video, that will be linked underneath. They've got a great offer at the minute, and we are partnered with them. So if you're not after helping the channel out, obviously, if you need a VPN, we'd appreciate if you used our link because it is, what's the word? Partnered with us. So it does help support the channel, and we get 83% off for you. But if not, you can just search IP Vanish and check it out. So this can be installed directly on your Firestick like we showed, and it will all be there for you. And for everybody else, make sure you are following the YouTube channel. It's loads of content on here, loads of videos on here from different streaming apps to websites to what's going on with your devices to ISPs to Roku to KODI to setting up your devices, all here on one device and one channel on my YouTube. We also have obviously all the other platforms, so check out our link tree underneath and you'll enjoy it.